Pennsylvania, in the number 44C, Frank Cozy. Alongside Frank in the front row, the Brightenstein Motorsports number 14, the Wheelmaster General, Timmy Buckwalter.
Starting in third spot, the inside of row number 2 in the 29X is Ken Eckert Jr., flanked by the number 2A of Mike Goulart.
Going fifth, the one-time winner this year in the 20R, Nick Roshinsky. And in sixth, out of Otisville, Pennsylvania, the 26R, Corey Cormier.
In the seventh starting spot, the big winner here last week, driving the number 15G, Dwayne Howard, and then it's Alex Jankowski in the 2RS.
The easy 102, Sean Fitzpatrick. Rounds out the starting lineup. We are ready. 10 laps the distance. Frank Cozy going to lead the group to the green flag.
He's in the Harry Hugh Bullet number 44 car, and he's down that back straightaway. Wow, did he just shoot out to an amazing lead right now in that second spot. Ken Eckert in a heavy one, and looks like it's not going to last very long because here's Roshinsky and Goulart going for second and third.
Yeah, Eckert made a bold move on the start in turn one, ducking underneath Timmy Buckwalter. Now they're both going to get shuffled back. Roshinsky with a big drive forward, bringing Goulart and Howard with him. They run second, third, and fourth.
Meanwhile, Frank Cozy, last time he was here, he was a heat race winner. He's only run 3 times. Actually, he's only qualified 3 times. Had some struggles at the very early part of the season. But Frank Cozy does have 1 top 5 with us this year. One of the grand veterans of short track dirt racing here in the Northeast. Nobody is really keeping in tune with him because he is on his own and looking very strong. He'll be completing lap number 5 this time by, 4.
Roshinsky not able to narrow the deficit between himself and leader Frank Cozy. Roshinsky's got about 3 to 4 car lengths over Goulart. Then it's Howard, Buckwalter, and Kid Rocket, Alex Jankowski, rounding out the top 6.
You know, Barry, one of the tough things in qualifying right now is we're only taking the top 5, and of course the redraw is the top 3. And with the amazing number of talents in the house here tonight, this is where all of the action could lie right now in the next couple of heat races.
Yeah, finishing inside that top 5, and especially inside the top 3, because the top 3 will make the redraw for the top 12 starting spots in the main event. So very, very important to not only get a top 5, but try to get a top 3. Right now, Goulart sits third with 3 laps remaining, and it is Timmy Buckwalter on the hot seat in 5th.
Goulart picked up another top 5 on the season last week. He's only 60 points out of first place, but this being show-up points here tonight, that's exactly where he'll be at the end of the night as well.
Everybody right around the bottom, tiptoeing through 1 and 2. See leader Frank Cozy, strong run for the number 44C, white flag waving. One more trip around the Speedway for Cozy. Roshinsky still a distant second.
At this point, it's just hang on and let's see where we go with this one. And the top 5, remember, they're the ones that are going to make it in. Here is the checkered flag, the first guy to qualify tonight, Frank Cozy. Second position to Nick Roshinsky in the number 20R. Mike Goulart in the 2A. Finishing third, he'll make the redraw. The 15G of Dwayne Howard qualifies 4th. And then it's Timmy Buckwalter in the 14. The top 5 have made it. The 2RS of Alex Jankowski, the easy 102 of Sean Fitzpatrick. Corey Cormier in the number 26R was 8th, and Ken Eckert Jr. was 9th. They will all be back for the Consi.
So again, important to note, Frank Cozy, Nick Roshinsky, and Mike Goulart make the redraw out of heat number 1. Dwayne Howard, Timmy Buckwalter also qualify, but will start outside the top 12 in the main event. Heat number 2, the pole sitter in that Renegade Saloon, number 44, Aaliyah Geisler. And alongside Aaliyah in row number 1, out of Bohemia, New York, the Zubies Racing 17Z, Dylan Stoyer.
Starting third in the 33R is Ray Swinehart, and alongside him will be the 5A of Corey Reniger.
Inside of row number 3, the 81, Heath Metzger, running that number 81, Dino, as you told me earlier tonight, in honor of George Wombold. And that's fantastic. The 81 of Metzger, and next to him in row number 3, the camp out, Ellery's Izzy trucking and rigging, number 26, the Ringo's Rocket, Ryan go down.
In the 7th starting spot, it's the Minersville Missile, Mike Lisowski in car number 15, flanked by the Quaker Shaker, Rick Laubach in the 20.
And 9th and final starter, I believe we may be missing one. Dylan Stoyer not on the racetrack just yet, but the final starting spot, regardless, will be that Floors Machine and Tool, number 16, Loudon Reimert.
You know, Barry, you were mentioning about Heath Metzger and the number 81. He's had that number his entire career, and the reason behind that was he was very good friends with the Wombolds. When he started racing karts, he bought the car from them, his good friend Brian Wombold, George's son. The number was already on there. He said, can I keep that number? And it has been ever since, and he's always had a close relationship with that family. So it's kind of neat that even though George Wombold made famous that number, Heath Metzger has always also carried the 81 in that same reference in honor of the Wombolds, including George, the man who certainly put it on the map.
Loudon Reimert, one-time winner here this year. He's run well at the New Egypt, New Jersey Speedway. And at number 26 in the row in front of Loudon, big winner down at New Egypt this year, that would be Ryan Godown. Here comes Dylan Stoyer, recent small block modified winner at the Orange County Fair Speedway.
Go down, a former champion here at Big Diamond Speedway. He's making his first start of the year with us.
Yeah, Ryan was telling me in the pit area prior to the races, had a bit of a rough start, wrecked a couple of cars, and had to do some major rebuilding. And that kind of set the whole program back a bit. So they kind of been focusing on New Egypt and some of the races down in Delaware, and haven't had the opportunity to travel. Now, he says, they're back in a position where they can move around, run at some different tracks, and we're very happy to have him in the field, and we're green.
3 wide, right behind the first couple of cars there, as everyone is getting very dicey. Down the back straightaway, Aaliyah Geisler not wasting any time. She doesn't want to be a part of that, and she is out in front by a couple of car lengths on lap number 1.
Dylan Stoyer pulling off right away. How about the Ringo's Rocket? Ryan go down, rocketing into that number 2 spot, bringing Rick Laubach with him. Loudon Reimert from the back of the pack. Up and into position number 4, and we've got yellow for Corey Renninger, the 5A. Driver out of St. Clair, Pennsylvania. Regular here on Friday nights.
Last year was a great year for the go-downs. Both Ryan and his son picking up championships. That was really a neat thing for those guys.
Yeah, Ryan, of course, winning his second consecutive modified point title at Bridgeport Motorsports Park. And Ryan Jr., the 602 Crate Sportsman point champion at Bridgeport as well 1 year ago.
So chief starter tonight, Warren Alston. We are so happy to have this man with us here tonight. Nicole Flood was handling all of that the last couple of weeks. And Aaliyah Geisler will find herself as the top car right now as we get ready to go back to green. She is currently 15th in points. The last couple of weeks, as a matter of fact, the last month or so, Aaliyah has really come into her own here at Big Diamond Speedway, winning 3 heat races, leading some features. She earlier in the year picked up a top 5, and right now she is going to be going up against Ryan. Go down and gets a good bite off that corner, and again she gets the charge in turn number 1. Laubach moves to 2nd spot.
Yeah, that was close. Wow, he and Go Down getting together just a little bit here in the front straightaway. Able to sort it out. Laubach to 2nd. Go down. Now we'll have to play some defense. Loudon Reimert hassling the number 26. And then in position number 5, the Minersville Missile, Mike Lisowski.
Last week, Loudon Reimert led 13 laps, including lap number 24. Up to that point, but he got passed on a restart late in the going. by Dwayne Howard and wound up settling for second spot. What a battle for that second spot. Laubach out in front.
Yeah, I tell you who's on a mission. That would be that number 20. Wow. He just absolutely screamed by the number 44 of Geisler here in the front straightaway on the previous lap. Now Go Down will challenge Geisler for the runner-up spot with Loud and Reimert lurking close behind.
You don't think Laubach is hungry to get something going here? He doesn't even have a heat race win yet this year, and we're this far into the season.
Halfway through the heat race, 5 complete, 5 to go. That's Ray Swinehart, the 33R. Ray Swinehart caught one of those big tires that marked the infield, and that's what threw him sideways and down off of the racing surface, but just a little too close down there for comfort, so through the yellow. Here with 5 complete, we'll get Sugar Ray Swinehart, safely out of harm's way and back to the pit area.
Ray has raced 2 features this year, but 1 in the 602 crates modifieds and 1 in the 358 modifieds. Corey Reniger is also being pushed back into the pit area, and when we go back to green, Rick Laubach will be your race leader in the Armada Buildings LLC Auger Manufacturing Specialist number 20 car, the driver out of Hellertown, Pennsylvania. 2014 track champion here at Big Diamond Speedway. Is 6th in points, 26 career wins here at BDS.
And Dino, his quick lap, or rather the previous lap, right before the yellow, Laubach turning a 16.186, still really quick.
And if you recall, during hot laps, he was right up there doing very, very much the same thing.
Tip of the hat to Aaliyah Geisler, running strong. That young lady has just been picking up. She's got to be a lot of confidence because she's gotten faster and faster, and that just builds confidence. And she is holding off a couple of the best out there in Ryan Go Down and Loudon Reimert.
Yeah, and she is certainly circled around those guys, but again, like you said, she is holding her own and doing a tremendous job in the process. She will be starting on the outside of Laubach for the restart. Laubach fires off first on this one and charges down the front straightaway. He is right back to where he left off.
Boy, and Go Down was ready. When that green appeared, he was under the 44 and going by. Go Down now to the runner-up spot. Geisler, Reimert, Lazowski go to dice for the 3rd position.
Remember, it's the top 5 that qualify here. Leah Geisler in 3rd. Lazowski, Reimert are also in that opportunity to make it into tonight's 50-lapper.
But again, the top 3 make the redraw, and Aaliyah Geisler is doing everything she possibly can to hang on to position number 3 right now. 7 complete.
This will be her first prelude to the cold cracker if she can make it in, and right now she is certainly showing that she has the ability to do so. 2 to go this time by.
Laubach, healthy advantage over Go Down. They run 1-2, long way back to Geisler, and Geisler is actually now pulling away, separating herself from Mike Lazowski, and Lazowski is getting away from Loudon Reimert.
Meanwhile, Laubach takes the white flag by just a couple of car lengths over Go Down. Pair of former track champions running 1-2 down the back straightaway, and it looks like Rick Laubach, for the first time this year, is finally going to get himself a checkered flag. It'll come in this qualifying heat race. Number 2, Laubach takes the checkered flag over Ryan Go Down. Aaliyah Geisler makes the redraw, taking 3rd spot. Mike Lazowski was 4th, and the final qualifier will be the 16 of Loudon Reimert. Heath Metzger, Ray Swinehart, Corey Reniger, and Dylan Stoyer. All will have to run in the Consi.
Got to be impressed with the run by Aaliyah Geisler to finish a strong third and make the redraw.
Ready to go with heat race number 3, and on the pole position in the 126, it is Jeff Strunk. Strunk coming in here third in points, and alongside him, it's the handler, Doug Manmiller, in the 44M.
Lining up third, it'll be Kevin Beach Jr. in the 17X. And going fourth, wanting to wish his dad, Bert, a very happy birthday, the 64, Wayne Whitmer.
In the 5th starting spot is the 187 of Steve Young, and alongside him in car number 2, Bobby Trapper Jr.
7th starter out of Frenchtown, New Jersey. In the Marshall Industrial, number 15P, the kid's kid, Billy Pouch Jr., and next to Billy in row 4, the $10 machine, the Tony's Meat Market entry, driven by Scott Albert.
And starting in 9th position, he is your current point leader. He's a 3-time feature winner. He is the threat, Brett Cressley in the 19K.
That's the field, headed for green, Jeff Strunk and Doug Manmiller. Got to pull the parade through turns 1 and 2. Mixing it up back in the pack, that's Billy Jr. Working underneath the 187 of Steve Young. Move Pouch up to P4. Young back to 5th. And he'll fall back into the clutches of Bobby Trapper and Wayne Whitmer as Trapper and Whitmer get together. That could have gotten ugly. Brett Cressley trapped in the back of the pack.
Jeff Strunk, he's a former winner of the Prelude to the Cold Cracker and a previous winner of a lot of events here at Big Diamond Speedway, and showing the way quite nicely now as he's down that back straightaway. We're going to be coming up on lap 3 this time around.
Strunk with a healthy advantage over Manmiller. Great to have Doug in the field with us tonight. Battle raging for the number 3 spot. Pouch taking a peek down, trying to work to the inside of Kevin Beach. Beach slammed the door on him in 3 and 4. Beach will maintain third, racing out of corner number 2.
Kevin Beach indeed doing a great job of holding off Billy Pouch Jr. Both juniors now going for third spot. Back and forth battle there, if you will, with Beach showing that position.
Brett Cressley just moved into a qualifying spot. Cressley getting by the 2 machine of Bobby Trapper Jr. So Cressley into the top 5, and he will march on here as we're halfway through it.
And Cressley started in 9th position, last place as a matter of fact, all the way out in front right now, and he is starting to put this away. He is looking strong. Here comes Jeff Strunk down the front stretch this time by. It's going to be 5, now 6 laps complete.
Read something, an interview with Strunky just a couple of days ago, and he said, man, he's got to get this program going. He really wants to get back to victory lane at Big Diamond, and he is off to a good start here tonight. Out front in the heat race with 3 to go.
He's a 7-time champion here. He's a 58-time feature winner here, and he would like nothing better to get number 59 with the $10,000 up for grabs here this evening.
You can see Brett Cressley trying to make something work in that higher line down in 1 and 2. Runs closer to the inside groove through 3 and 4. Cressley not able to gain on Pouch. Pouch still within striking distance, trying to challenge Kevin Beach for third and that all-important final redraw spot. White flag in the air.
And Jeff Strunk starting from the pole position, not looking back, and as a matter of fact, leaving everyone in his wake. This was quite an impressive run, and if this is any indication of what the feature is going to be like, keep your eyes on this guy, Jeff Strunk out of Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, in the Big Spring Car Wash White Neck Archery, number 126, claims the victory. Doug Manmiller comes home in 2nd spot. Kevin Beach Jr. makes the redraw with that 3rd place run. Billy Pouch Jr. in the 15P was 4th, and Brett Cressley finishing in 5th spot. He also advances into the main event. Bobby Trapper Jr., Wayne Whitmer, Scott Albert, and Steve Young all will be back for the Consi.
Fourth and final heat race.